شنیدی دیگه اینترنت ها قطع حالا میره و میاد ولی 8 ساعت پیش ترامپ حمله کرد. نمیدونی خبر داری ایران میخواد چیکار کنه یا نه از اخبارا؟ شنیدی دیگه اینترنت ها قطع How we doing? How we doing? This is like the very unusual time, first time streaming at this time. I don't even know what time is it in your country. It's 2 p.m. here. Argon, Adrian, Zalara, welcome. Let's just wait for everyone to join like 2 minutes, then we're gonna start the stream. Interesting. Good morning, good morning. I'm not from Abu Dhabi, no. I'm from Iran, bro. I've been raised over here in Dubai. But no. Yeah, Kush got bombed. Yeah, we did. Yeah. All right. So let's just begin. Yeah. Trump posted a picture of the flag after giving his interview to at the White House. Did you guys see this? You cooked? The thing is, we don't know what is going to happen now. We don't know. This is the time where we're going to see if Ayatollah is going to pull all the blackmail cards that he has against, with his allies, just like Netanyahu has against Trump, has him by the ear. What is he going to do? Is he going to be like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care about this anymore. Alright? I don't want a nuclear weapon anymore. I don't want to play anymore. And then he's just gonna, walk away and, be known as a VJJ in the, between his friends. His friends are gonna make fun of him because he got bombed and he didn't do anything. Or is he going to risk putting everyone's lives in danger just to protect the ego of Iran? That is going to be something interesting to find out. Not really interesting, terrifying to find out. Oh, no, Jordan is cooked. The thing is, anything between, if an attack happens, anything between Iran and... I wanted to show you something. This is the first thing I'm going to show you. So media in Iran responded. The medias are all controlled by the government, right? And they just responded. I will translate it for you. There is translation, never mind. Let me just remove this.
انجام داد علیه ایران. من هدف مشروع
This is NBC 3 of Iran, شبکه 3.
من هدف
This is one of the most popular channels on Iranian channels.
مشروع ایران هستند. آمریکا با این اقدامی که انجام داد علیه ایران و حریم هوایی ایران را شکست و جنایت علیه ایران انجام داد، دیگه جایی در منطقه غرب آسیا نداره.
I really hope, really hope that the US just evacuates West Asia, in Iraq, in the stations, just so we can tell what is gonna go on, because their lives are in danger right now. He's not gonna, according to the Supreme Leader, according to the channel NBC3 of Iran, anyone around the area, any bases, anything, you do not belong here anymore. If you stay, you're gonna pay the consequences.
آقای رئیس جمهور آمریکا، شما شروع کردید و ما تمومش خواهیم کرد.
This is why? What is going to happen?
ما تمومش خواهیم.
Mr. Trump, you started it and we are going to finish it. Oh my god, bro. Egos are hurt from both sides. I mean, US is very proud right now. Iran is heartbroken. And why? Like, we all got families all over the place. Thankfully, after 3-4 days now, there's internet in Iran. My message just went through my, reached my mom, and my mom responded and said, my mom, my sister, and my nephew, they're all okay. They're all staying together. So yeah, let's see what happens next. This is what the thing is. No one can predict anything. Everyone can talk shit right now and say, hey, US, East, West, US the best. US just chaklaka boom boom Iran. Iran ain't shit. You don't know what is going to happen. Like, it's like going into a gunfight and then Iran maybe pulling something out of their ass that they never told the world that they have. You know what I mean? Like, 100% US military is stronger. 100%, without a doubt. But when it comes to, like, Iran, they hide a lot of things. They have a lot of allies. They're not a small country. It's not like invading Afghanistan and fighting against the Taliban. It's not against, going against Iraq. It's like something completely different. Brother, I was wondering if you would go live. Brother, I've been going live every day. It's like 2 p.m. right now. This is my time to go to the gym, but a lot has happened. I opened my eyes, started drinking my coffee. I was like, my country got violated? Imagine if Iran already has a nuclear weapon. That's what I said the other day. I think they do. I think they were just, trying to build like 2 more or 3 more. Just in case. I mean, I said this before. It's because of their chanting. Like, it's all yapping. It's like, when you grow up, you're like, USA, USA. We were taught, not me, I wasn't raised over there. I moved out of Iran when I was 1. But people are taught, usually if you're in your childhood and you're raised somewhere, whatever school teaches you, it kind of sticks with you. It's hard to break out of it. Death to Israel, death to this and that. That's why, like, a lot of Israelis think they're better than everyone else, because that's the way they were raised as children. Like, if you see some TikTok videos, Instagram videos of Israeli kids, absolute menaces. Donkeys, big time. But Trump's response was really interesting, which makes me question a lot of things, which makes me kind of interested on, yeah, it makes sense that he attacked Iran because of the nuclear parts, but he said he's a peaceful guy. Strength through peace, that's the word they're throwing around right now. And Congress is cooking him right now. Look, I'm not in the US, but do you think Congress can do anything to Trump? Do you think there's going to be consequences for Trump? See, even in this case, I'll tell you this, even if Iran has a nuke right now and they were attacked, they would still not launch their nuke. But it's the chanting that, you know, people are shaking. Hey, shit. What if? You know, it's a what if. It's understandable, the shaking. The biggest thing that is scaring American at the moment is Iran has operative in the US through Mexico. Oh, 100%. 100%. Every country. One of the reasons, like I saw Asmongold saying, oh, the reason they shut down the internet is not to locate Ayatollah. I don't think they need internet to locate Ayatollah. The reason they're shutting down the internet is because they don't want the spies to exchange messages, even though they can through satellites. But they shut it down the internet for, multiple reasons. They don't want the media to go out how much they're suffering. Just like Israel, they're trying to shut down the media. Reporters are not allowed to film at the crash sites. But still, a lot of videos go through, you know? They're trying to do a inside house clean a little bit. Trump's Peace Prize. So you guys don't think his Congress is gonna do shit to Trump yet? Where's the video that I just saw? This is Bernie Sanders. This is a U.S. senator.
A statement from Donald Trump. Quote: "We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran," etc.
The funny thing is, him and Trump are probably the same age. Or him and Khamenei are probably the same age. Some people just, you know, make healthier choices and have better genes sometimes when you get older. They're chanting no more war.
Only is this news that I've just heard, the second alarming that all of you have just heard, but it is so grossly unconstitutional. All of you know that the only entity that can take this country to war is the U.S. Congress. The president does not have the right.
So only the Congress can take the U.S. to war. Oh yeah, no, yeah, we have swaps. We have definitely swapped schedules. It's 2 p.m. over here. What is the situation in Emirates, Koosh? No, nothing's gonna happen over here. Everyone has investments from all around the world. They're not gonna touch. If they touch here, it's bullying, literally. Like, just the city of Tehran is bigger than the whole, you know, all 7 cities over here. But yeah, this was Senator Bernie Sanders. I don't know how old is he. Congress he's the one who approves these things. Trump went and did it without our permission, without our approval. Well, what are you gonna do about it? That's the question. I don't even think foot stuff is gonna happen. I don't even think people are gonna go in foot. In case if things escalate, it's just gonna be like 10,000 missiles from this side, F-16s from this side. It's gonna be approval for what? For the attacks, I believe. Congress has to vote. Like, again, I don't live in the US, but from what I know, from my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Congress has to approve these things. President just can't, make decisions because he felt like it. Am I right? Am I wrong? Kush, are you gonna join the Iranian army? I think you gotta work for that. The thing is, if I go to Iran right now, they're gonna force me to draft. They're gonna force me to draft. I'll probably be carrying missiles with 20 people. I mean, like, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. Fucking hell. But yeah, you're right. But he does not care. He's lawless. Let's see. The thing is, it's interesting how people are reacting to it. Like Sneeko, other influencers who supported Trump are saying that Trump is a traitor. So that's interesting. Kush, increase your content flow. Okay, you want more content? You really want more content? Here you go. 2 is on the main channel. I'll try to go for 3 just for you. But call me Kush. How many videos? Yesterday, just 7 videos. Just yesterday, 7 videos on this channel. So go watch it there. I'm gonna DM Mr. Khomeini about you not joining the army. Go for it. Can you do a recap of what Trump did, please? Roski. Trump attacked Iran. It's as simple as that. He attacked... we still haven't watched the White House interview. Let's watch this one.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat.
Mr. President, show us the evidence. I'm Michael Smerconish, today in New York City. If Iran is truly on the verge of acquiring a nuclear weapon and refuses to negotiate the halt of that capability, then I to reach that. Let's step back and consider
Iran could produce a nuclear
blows that assessment.
Epicenter of a city.
Israel struck Iran on the but before launching its attack on Iran last week, Israel provided the U.S. intelligence deemed alarming. Tehran was conducting renewed
we can control events by stopping this violence. And for that,
something I want to know is, I heard from somewhere that US doesn't have, it was from a clip. There's millions of clips of daily. It was a clip that said the US does not have any proof that Iran is building a nuclear weapon, or if they're even close.
Posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East.
I say Iran is a sponsor of a lot of things. He does a lot of businesses. They spend their money around their allies. They have a lot of shit between the allies. Right? They don't spend that much in their own country, like in Iraq, in Lebanon. They have all sorts of shit customized, built, whatever. But a bully in the Middle East, I think Iran takes number 2. I think number 1 goes to the one and only. You know what? I'm gonna do a drum roll. You guys say it in the chat. Again, I'm gonna do a drum roll. You guys say it in the chat. Bro, Israel does whatever they want. They bully anyone with anything. But Iran is the big bully. Number 1 bully is Uncle Putin. No, we're talking about Middle East. America, bully of the world. Like, see, Middle East is that. You know how I see, like, the US, like the government of the US, for example. They're the people where, you know, you're hanging out with a group of friends and they just pick them, you know, you want to play a football game, for example. They just pick themselves as the captain of the game. They're like, who picked you? No one voted that you're the captain of the team. They're like, no. Obviously, I'm the captain of the team, so I'm going to lead this team. They're like, who asked you? They talk about it in the 90s. It's not up to date with this war. I don't even know who is wrong, bro. I don't know enough about the Middle East, but I would say Israel due to what I have read and seen lately. Yeah. Anyways, let's watch this.
Let's now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
So people are saying Elon Musk was right. Yeah, 100%. If Iran, you know, retaliates, the US is gonna retaliate X3. But how is that gonna help the economy of the US? How is that gonna take them out of debt? I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, US owes China trillions of dollars. China is on Iran's side. You know, what's going to happen if the peaceful president, you know, retaliates again?
For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel.
Yeah, yappings have been all over the place. I don't think yappings matter.
They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing...
JC Vaz looks like he just found out. He looks like he was waking up from his sleep to show up.
...off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate
I love AI. When he it comes to these things. The memes are fucking great. Wait, there was one. Top guy. Where is it? Are they deleted? Yeah. Fucking the memes are crazy. This is my favorite one though. This is my favorite.
Involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill.
It's really interesting to me. All right, Chris, why don't you take it easy? It's really interesting to me to find out what is Iran's allies are gonna do. Are they going to, hold hands together and join? It's bad for business. War is just bad for business unless you're selling to the person who's going in war. Then you're making bank, But it's interesting to know what Russia, North Korea. I think this is the time Iran has the option to ask for help, because Putin said they offered help to Iran against Israel, but Iran refused because they're like, we're fine, we got enough shit underground in the caves. Hey Kush, what's up with the afternoon stream? I don't even know, bro. This is something so random that happened, and here we are.
Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say, we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel. And God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Huh. All right. So the we got that. We got Dan, the guy with a lot of ladies and cars and guns. Trump bombed Iran. Looks like Iran was right. They must have him on tape with kids. He can't say no to Netanyahu. We watch this. Now Netanyahu's response.
Congratulations, President Trump. Your bold decision to target Iran's nuclear facilities with the awesome and righteous might of the United States will change history. In Operation Rising Lion, Israel has done.
He's so happy. You can tell from inside, it's like taking an 8-year-old to a candy store for the first time and telling him, buy whatever you want. The joy is about to explode.
Amazing things. But in tonight's action against Iran's nuclear facilities, America has been truly unsurpassed. It has done what no other country on earth could do. History will record that President Trump acted to deny the world's most dangerous regime
I showed you the other day how Iran actually is rather than what the media is telling you and showing you. So,
dangerous weapons. His leadership today has created a pivot of history that can help lead the Middle East and beyond to a future of prosperity.
Remember this. Remember this. Israel will expand in the future. They will take over more countries and call it theirs. I'm chilling, bro. I was in the U.S. Army for 18 years. Been to Iraq once, in Afghanistan thrice. Third time as a National Guard deployment. Thank you for your service. Even though I'm not a U.S. citizen, but it's crazy, honestly. 18 years is crazy. Bro lived IRL Call of Duty, yeah?
And peace.
What did you do before YouTube? I did multiple things. Events, activation, supervisor, usher. I was welcoming people into events, all sorts of stuff. Dude, seriously, why do we have war like... What? What are we fighting for? We're fighting for egos. We're fighting for who has a bigger ego and whose kukumba is bigger. That's literally about it.
President Trump and
Served, yeah.
I often say, peace.
I'll probably stream tonight as well.
Through strength. First comes strength, then comes peace.
And then again, needs to come strength, because a long period of peace is just too boring. And in order for us to get the peace, again, we have to show strength. By strength, you know what I mean. It's not really strength.
And tonight, President Trump and the United States acted with a lot of strength. President Trump, I thank you. The people of Israel thank you. The forces of civilization thank you. God bless America. God bless Israel. And may God bless our unshakable alliance, our unbreakable faith.
You know what this reminds me of? You know, that one guy, like a guy who would never normally hang out with some other guy, but the other guy's rich. That's why he's hanging out with the other guy. And the other guy thinks, they're actually besties, they're friends. But they're not. He's using him for his money. It's like that. This is how I see the friendship. The hardest part for me in all of this is how many brothers I watched die for what we were told, bringing peace to this part of the world. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, Crimson, he knows... Crimson knows more than anyone over here, I assume, that when you go to war with these things, whatever your country tells you, they are lying. It doesn't matter. US, Iran, doesn't matter. It's always for enriching the own country. There was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Where? It's always for money or oil or whatever. No government is honest. 100%. Hold on. I want to actually find this one. Iran.
There is new CNN reporting indicate there are doubts in the intelligence community about how close Iran actually is to getting a weapon. CNN's Zach Cohen has this reporting. He's with us now. What are you learning, Zach?
Yeah, John, there appears to be some daylight between the U.S. intelligence community and Israel, and I guess now Donald Trump, on this question of how close Iran is to obtaining a nuclear weapon. And specifically, sources telling me and our colleague Katie Bo-Lillis that the intelligence community assessed before the most recent Israeli strikes that Iran was years away, as much as...
No. Netanyahu said it himself. He said it since 1992 that they're weeks away. How dare you question Netanyahu? You lose your Cornhub subscription.
3 years away from not only obtaining a nuclear weapon, but developing the system meant to deliver it at a target of its choosing. And that does really run counter to the more urgent and dire timeline that Israel and Donald Trump have put forward in recent days. Israel, of course, saying, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying that Iran has been working in secret to develop nuclear weapons over the last several months, and that it's very close to having a nuclear weapon. Donald Trump, of course, addressing this question today when he was asked by reporters.
The thing is, we've talked about this. I believe they have them already, saying though to the American people who cause a panic. I say they have it as well. I say Iran already has a nuke. You're telling me a country... Iran is rich. Iran is rich. Right? It's a big country. They rip off the people on a daily basis by taking 100% tax from, Iranians. Iran is mega rich and they don't owe people shit because they do businesses with the countries around them and they have the loyalty. They bought the loyalty of the people around them as well. So for Iran, I say they have the nuke, but they will not use it until it's used against them. Yeah.
About his director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard's testimony in March, where she said that Iran is not actively working towards a nuclear weapon. Take a listen to what Donald Trump said when he was asked this question today.
You've always said that you don't believe Iran should be able to have a nuclear weapon, but how close do you personally think that they were to getting one? Because Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having it.
Okay.
So why does this matter, right? Israel has used this sort of urgent warning about Iran's nuclear program as justification for its latest round of preemptive strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. Of course, this big question still hangs over the entire situation as to whether or not Donald Trump and the U.S. will become directly involved in the conflict. Donald Trump has said as recently as today that he wants to dismantle Iran's nuclear program. And in order to do so, that will require one of two things, experts tell us, either a negotiated deal.
I guess it doesn't matter if it was, they were years away from having one. They're second or third, I don't know. But according to what they're telling the world, it's their first one. Doesn't matter if it was years or weeks away. Israel already started it. So it's already, it doesn't matter. Even if it was 10 years away, Israel already attacked. So we're already in this fudgeness. Is this family safe? I just used fudge. It's instead of, obviously this is family friendly. We're just going to see a couple of things being bombed and stuff.
Had we wanted to build a nuclear weapon, we could have done it a long time ago.
He has it. As an Iranian, by just looking at him, they already made it. But they will not use it unless it's used against them.
But a program to build nuclear weapons is not going to be like our program. You build nuclear weapons in hidden laboratories that are not subject to international inspection. After he withdrew...
Hide the money, fuck the IRS. Yeah, a lot of people get away from the IRS, so...
From JCPOA.
What makes you think a government cannot get away from another government's inspection?
Iran has gained much more nuclear capability, I hope.
I mean, how many uraniums they had? How many uraniums they had? They had like fucking 9 nuclear worth uraniums?
That this time around, a Trump 2 will be more serious, more focused, more realistic. Had we
Uranium isn't hard to get for countries, and yet Iran has one of the most out of all? Crimson, don't get anything that the chat says personal. There's a lot of, like, we get people my age, we get people in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 30s. And then you get people who are like 14, 15 sometimes, rarely, that come here and troll. Like Ragnar making jokes about the coach that, you know, died in Mr. Beast's video. Just don't listen to them, don't reply to them. Pakistan and Iran has a very long history together. Pakistan already said that if, you know, Iran gets nuked, then we're going to nuke whoever nuked them. And the person who got nuked by Pakistan, who nuked the nuke guy, is going to get nuked. So then next nuke comes, and then we're living in a dust with no internet, and we have to hunt food for survival. If we survive. One question I have for everyone. Let's say, God forbid, let's say, you know, there's missiles coming towards you, there's sirens, you have 10 minutes to evacuate, to go to the bunkers. How much what would you take with you? And you know that there's a 50% chance that your house is going to get hit. What are you going to take with you? You're taking your phone, of course. Your animals, the Quran, and my phone. Phone, food, clothes. Why would you take clothes? That's like important? I'm sure they have food in the bunkers. Stash? I'll take my shisha. I don't know why people would take their phones. I mean, you gotta scroll through TikTok. You can't just sit and do nothing and stare at the bunkers. You know, stare at people. No, that's like torture. I'd rather be outside with my phone with the bombs. That's the mentality of most people nowadays. There will be no TikTok. Brain rot is crazy. I'll honestly just take my passport and the cats. That's about it. I'll not even take the shisha. I'll just take the cats immediately, put them in a cage, take the passports and go. I feel like it's natural for you to take your phone and your wallet and your keys. It's just instincts. And it doesn't really take much time because I'm very organized with the things that I put in place. I know exactly where everything is. So I think phone and everything is just gonna automatically be in your pocket. Anyways.
Ratan Tata, we got an opportunity to get listed.
One of the biggest things that...
Okay.
Do you believe Iran is working on having a nuclear weapon?
Bingo.
Working on it,
Do you believe that?
Working on it for sure.
Do you think they have it?
Probably not.
Give me a percentage where you think they have it or not.
15%.
15%?
Yeah, like 40.
Okay. Reaction from Israel after U.S. strikes Iranian nuclear sites.
We are getting...
Yo. Are you gonna pick Philippe up? Alright. Bye-bye. What do you mean doxed? You didn't get shit out of this. I said Felipe. Felipe is doxxed right now. My friend's name is doxxed. Who's Felipe? That's my Colombian friend. He's getting too fat recently and we're forcing him to the gym. Me and my other friend. I'm going to shakalaka bombo him inside the gym today. Give me 3 more! 3 more! Okay, I just finished the 3. 2 more! 2 more! And then probably when he's doing a bench press, I'll probably put my ass in his face. Oh, my ringtone is doxed. All right.
Some information here, Ian, that Israel was notified in advance of this attack, these 3 different attacks on nuclear sites there. And Ian, no doubt this is what Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu wanted.
Oh, undoubtedly, it's not just what Prime Minister Netanyahu, the Israeli cabinet, and honestly, a large number of the Israeli population wanted, but it's also what Netanyahu and others have been lobbying for some time, trying to make the case to the president. And I spoke to the Israeli president just a couple of days ago, and he was making this point, trying to make other leaders understand that this wasn't just about...
1 second, Mr. News. Yeah. Yeah. Hello?
About a threat to Israel. This was about a threat to the wider region, a threat to Europe and a threat to the United States, a nuclear-armed Iran, a country that pretty much since the Iranian throughout the region, influenced throughout a historic time in the Middle East, whatever one side anybody may.
There's still more sites, but apparently, according to Trump, they hit the 3 top spots. Let's see what Twitter is saying, because he is trending right now.
Okay.
Sneeko has a method to not get drafted for World War III.
18 to 25 years old. Dodge the draft. When the military, when Netanyahu's troops come knocking on your door with a piece of paper, you got to go up in there and go,
Netanyahu's troops.
They're going to say, you need to go and fight this war. You need to become a transgender. You need to start taking HRT. Have a Chris Tyson poster there and talk like Elmo. Talk like Elon Musk's son. And do that gay dance. Become a trans retard before we die for Israel.
Is there an option for US? Like, hey, I don't want to get drafted. Or no, you're going to go to jail if you refuse. Can you just, like, can you get the option of, you know, yes and not interested?
We're gay, we're autistic, everything. We're blind. We have gender dysphoria. I'm cutting my fucking dick off before I die for Israel.
That's crazy. He is mad. He is mad.
Amen.
I mean, honestly, I'd be pissed too if I was a US citizen and I had to go fight an Israel war. Like, I'll be so pissed. And if I die, I'll never forgive them from up there. I'll personally ask God to, you know, shatach them even more. Has America gone in? Yeah, they did. They hit 3 nuclear strikes and they quickly, you know, went in and out. Yeah, I'll hunt them forever. I'll curse them from the afterlife if I die, if I'm for someone else's war. Especially Israel. Especially that I know that they're the bullies in the Middle East. Gang, if I had to go with sweet sides. That, okay, would you guys actually fight for like the US if you get drafted by force? And you have to, you know, go on foot in Iran because Israel told you so. The US citizens, would you guys go for it? You're leaving the country. Other than the possibility of Russia, who do you think will get involved from both sides, Kush? Well, Europe is on Netanyahu and US side, that's for sure. North Korea, China, Russia are besties, and Pakistan will be with Iran. Big countries, very big countries, Russia, you know, Pakistan and North Korea. I feel like Kim Jong-un just wants to join to test his toys. You know when you have like toys that you can't play indoors, you have to go outdoors with, but you can't go outdoors if there's no one to play with. And then you finally have someone to play with, so you take your toys all excited. And obviously if you say no to Kim Jong-un, he's going to shock you. Tark, you can just recap, or you can just wait, and I'll be posting a shorter clips of certain topics on the second YouTube channel. Being drafted for any country isn't worth it at all, I guess. Romania, eh? What about India? Something about who's Indian over here? Who's Indian? Who's Indian over here? India is licking Israel. India is licking Israel. And for what? What purpose? And the thing is, Israel doesn't even care about India. India is licking Israel for what? To get some. To get some. They think by supporting it, it's like, this is the way I see India supporting Israel. It's like some men saying, period on women, boo! Boo! If I could take all the periods for a woman in the world, I would, because they don't deserve this pain. And thinking the woman who they're defending is going to sleep with them. Meaning, aka Indians think that the Israeli women are going to sleep with them if they say east, west, Israel the best. That's the way I see it. Like, there was this meme going on with the Indian guy. It's like, I support, India stands with Israel. And the girl replied, I'm Iranian. India stands with Iran. They would do anything to get their tip wet. Like, I can't stand it whenever I see, like, in the comments, India, Israel, heart. And I see, like, Israel is commenting to them, like, we don't care about you. Who are you? Who asked for your support?
Exist.
Florida doctor performs a prostate surgery on a man 7 miles away in a robotic remote surgery. Gee, what? Okay, let's not focus on that. American propaganda is simply the best. How I'm answering my door if they try to draft me.
Hey, can I get $1? Just give me $1. That's all I need. All I need is $1. Can I get $1, please? Hey.
I think there needs to be an option that you say not interested whenever you get drafted. ASPN announced U.S. strike on Iran.
He has said, quote, we have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites.
Alright, this is copyrighted.
Yeah.
Breaking. North Korea is willing to provide nuclear weapons to Iran in order to secure lasting... Kim Jong-un. What are you doing, Kim Jong-un? Is this true? No, this is fake. Misinformation. And the thing is, 120,000 likes, 3.3 million views. People are gonna fall for this. I won't be surprised if he actually does it behind the scenes and for the media not to capture it, because then it's going to go to the US as well. But this is... Wait, what is this? Pampol, 100% political correct. Where's your source? Maybe.
Andrew. US targets Iran's Fordo enrichment facility. This wouldn't just be a military strike, but a very real risk of an unprecedented nuclear disaster in the Middle East.
Dear Iran, he's on the golf course. Me in Mexico, I'm living for these memes. Me in Mexico when World War III starts.
Buenas noches, días. 7, 8, me llamo K22. ¿Dónde?
Honestly, I think the best decision is just to fly to another country until the whole thing just dies down. It's not gonna go for years. This is just gonna be for a couple of days max. Maybe weeks.
¿Dónde estaba?
Literally.
Jews as US bombs another country for Israel. Yeah, this was pretty accurate, honestly.
The event. I want everybody there.
Sneeko calls for the fans to boo Donald Trump if he attends UFC 317. Kiss. Thanks for the $2, Jamie.
Jamie J donated $2 through Super Chat.
Thank you, everybody.
People said it was going to. Hey, as long as Israel is safe.
Much. Thank you.
Unreal. More threats.
The layout of this apartment I'm about to show you needs.
Alright, where's the Iran stuff? Oh no. Oh no. Who made this? Who made this? Reveal yourself. Who made this? After US strike, Iranian TV reports from the Fordo facility areas and they say there is no visible external damage. A column with smoke can be seen. Qom residents heard weak explosions at night. The thing is, we don't even know what planes went in. We don't know what kind of bombs were thrown in as well. They still haven't revealed those informations. This is apparently the explosion the US hit. Imagine they actually go through this. They went through with this and they thought they hit the main spots and they didn't. The main spots were actually under the decoy spots.
دودیست که از سمت مقابل سایت هسته فوردو جایی که به نظر میرسه مربوط به پدافند هوایی فوردو میباشه دیده میشه. من خودم حدوداً ساعت 3 بامداد به این نقطه رسیدم. تحرک خاصی از سوی ماشین‌های امدادی یا آتش نشانی البته بدون احساس نشد و شرایط هم در اتوبان قم.
I'm really interested to find out how they're going to respond to this whole thing. Greek welcomes Israelis fleeing from Greece with Palestinian flags. That's great.
Guys, we are completely safe down here in this bunker. These motherfuckers can drop anything they want. And they can't do shit to me. So we can just dance and party all night long.
Why does it sound Indian?
Down down here, okay? What the hell? Okay, everybody, just remain calm, everybody. Remain calm, people.
The U.S. is bracing for potential Iranian response in the coming days, with the next 48 hours seen as especially critical. Sources say it's still unclear whether Iran will target American assets overseas on U.S. soil or possibly both. I think, my opinion is they're going to target the ones close to them, the camps all around the Middle East. That's why I say they need to evacuate ASAP. But I don't think they will go immediately and attack U.S. soil. Unless China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, they all take their kukumbas out, they put it on the table and they start, say 1, 2, 3, on 3. The dream team! They bring it up. Jesus, why is everyone calling me today? Yo. Yeah. Why do we want to go to the gym so badly? No, because we were talking shit about you yesterday in the gym. Because you got too fat recently. And we want to get you back in shape. So you can get some bitches at least a little bit. No, you don't. Funny thing is, you get some, I don't get some even though I've been gymming every day. So maybe I should get fat in order to get some. You want to skip the gym and go eat? There's this place I heard about. It's like you pay like 60 dirhams, unlimited wings and unlimited burgers. Fuck, then we can have shisha later. I was about to gym. I waited for you guys. We can gym and then go eat. Are you here? $15? Yeah, I'll probably be at the gym by then as well. I'm live streaming. I'll just end it and I'll just, come to the gym. Alright, yeah, let's see it. Bye. Right safe. Alright, anyways, are we in a World War III situation? Yes, kinda ish. Not take. American girls love big boys? Kush, was that true that Khamenei's son was pimping in Vegas? 100%. The thing is, these Iranian politicians, like this was going viral all over the place in Iran a couple of years ago, that his son was chilling in Las Vegas with, prostitute, I don't know if I can say the word, with women who work for money, and it was in his swimming shoots and the girls were in their bikinis. Like I was saying, it's a bad idea for them to go against U.S. soil.
And
I'm on 5 hours of sleep as well. I think if I do a little bit too heavy on the waist, I'm gonna pass out. Undertaker signs a tombstone.
We
bombed some niggas. Now we going to war.
What do you mean we? Nintendo?
No,
we?
nigga, we as in us.
Us? Are you talking about
no,
the movie?
No, nigga, us as in the U.S.
I'm sorry, I just don't recall bombing anybody. I've been chilling
We
all
bombed
week.
somebody, bro. You was there too.
No, the fuck I wasn't.
Yes, you was. You live in America. It's time to do your part, my nigga.
Nigga, I'll part ways. Canada
So wait.
lit right
You
now.
not
Nigga.
gonna fight for your country?
Did you draft yourself too?
You heard me. Did you draft yourself? Oh no.
Oh, so you're not part of
What
us.
you talking about, the movie?
I thought you said we are going to war.
We? Why are you speaking in French?
Why are you bombing countries?
Because
if you don't
we
wanna
bombed
fight in
first
the-
like Tupac, nigga. That's it. That's all.
Hell no. See, you with that bullshit.
Emergency alert. President Trump's life is in serious danger. The deep state already tried to...
Is this AI or is this him? Okay, drama alert posted this.
Kill him and failed on July 13th of this year.
Wait, my mom responded from Iran. Says we're good, we don't have internet. It's very hard to send the messages through, but I guess they found a way to get away? I don't know how they're sending the messages through, but I guess the internet keeps on connecting and disconnecting.
...40-something days ago. And 2 days after it happened, I came out and said, the deep state is going to try again, and they're going to try to frame Iran. And now they are officially doing it. Predicted that 4 days after he got grazed in Butler, Pennsylvania, the FBI came out and said, we have credible threats that the mullahs over in Iran, the Ayatollah, is trying to kill Trump and might have been involved. Oh, did the mullahs have the Secret Service stand down? Did they pull most of the security off? Did the
Yeah, this was
mullahs
interesting. Yeah, this guy's case was interesting.
have the Secret Service not point the man out on the roof for over 26 minutes or 90 minutes down below with a range?
It's crazy how he was there for 26 minutes and the snipers didn't do anything about it.
Finder, now we know a rifle. Man, those mullahs have magical powers. So now there's an article in Newsmax, similar propaganda everywhere from conservative media we can trust.
I don't think they have magical powers. Trump just has a lot of enemies.
That, oh, absolutely, there's a big plot to kill Trump and the Ayatollah wants him dead before the election.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think the Ayatollah wants him unalived. If he wanted, he would have threatened him. Or maybe he's smart about it and he doesn't threaten, he just does it. Unlike Trump. But the thing is, like, you gotta come to realization that it doesn't matter. People, you cut the head off the snake, another head is gonna grow out. That was a terrible example, but I mean, it kind of makes sense. You unalive a leader, another one is gonna take the place, because guess what? They all believe in the same thing, and it's gonna piss off the country even more. If they take out Trump right now, the next president is gonna be pissed because the last president got unalived. And if it's a Democrat, was it Republican? I don't know which one Trump was. I probably shouldn't be talking about this if I don't know the difference between Republican or... What was it? Next president who believes what Trump believed, that he's going to be pissed and he's going to... You know, just mess shit up. Just like how Iran, if they cut the head of the supreme leader, the next supreme leader is going to be pissed. And we don't know how mad the other one is. So it's better to know your enemy rather than not to know him. Unless they're going to appoint someone that they can control, the enemy country. And iPhones are banned in Iran? No, they're not. Everyone has iPhones in Iran. It's just expensive, that's it. Kush, is that true? Wages in Iran are dead compared to wages in the US? Oh yeah, 100%. Iran, for the there's a lot of poor people in Iran, but there's a lot of rich people in Iran as well. Majority are middle class though. No, they're not Chinese phones. But like, for example, an iPhone in Iran is let's say over here the latest one comes out, you pay $1,100 for it, let's say. $1,100. In Iran, it's like the latest one is like $2,500. It's double of whatever you pay. Any electronic is double. A TV is double. Everything is double.
I want.
Yeah, $2,500 US. Shit is expensive. A Ferrari in US, let's say a normal, basic one, it's what, $200,000, $250,000? In Iran, there's one Ferrari, and that's $2 million. A basic one. For example, a Porsche, right? Porsche over here, a brand new, an SUV Porsche is what? 100K? I don't know how much Porsches are. We're talking in US dollars, yeah? $80,000? Is it? Like a SUV. $100,000, yeah. $100,000 for a Porsche SUV. In Iran, it's $250,000 for a Porsche SUV, which is $100,000 in the US or the UAE or any other country. Land Cruiser is what? $60,000, $70,000 brand new. In Iran, it's $200,000. Why Iran low-key taxing? Because they need to take money from... It's in the blood right now. They tax way too much. Yo, Gush, what car you drive? I drive a Lexus IS, bro. Oh, there's no Urus in Iran. Maybe there is that I don't know about. But if you see a crazy car, everyone's... Hold on. My mom said Iranians are going crazy and they already attacked US.
Oh no, it's not.
Is this the same account?
But first, Mike Tobin live on the ground in Tel Aviv with the very latest. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Griff. And once again, the sirens wailed in central Israel this morning as another Iranian attack was inbound. The IDF now says some 27 Iranian missiles were part of that attack, and they've updated the number of drones, saying 30 drones were fired at Israel today. Almost all of the projectiles were intercepted mid-air, causing great booms in the sky as they were intercepted. Several did get through with the projectiles that hit here. These are light power that was in the warheads of those particular missiles. Israel's injuries, our ambulance agency reports some 80 injuries, but most of those injuries are light. Only one substantial injury, which is remarkable given the amount of power that was in the warheads of those particular missiles. Now, the Iranian foreign minister promises more attacks like this with a threatening post that reads in part, in accordance with the UN Charter and its the skies neutralized. Just hello when he covered today. Love say as the conflict.
Where did he watch it?
Oh no, it's
no. He posted this 6 hours ago. That's not even the real response. Iran gives a press conference in response to U.S. bombing.
Gave green light to Israelis, if not instructed them to attack Iran's
Bro,
nuclear
is your
facility.
mom in a bunker or your home? Iran is pretty huge. No, she's in their holiday home where my grandpa is staying. It's in northern, like way north on Iran. It's like a Shomal city. It's like a holiday place for a lot of city people.
Facilities. I think they have proved that they are not men of diplomacy, and they only understand the language of threat and force. And this is very unfortunate. The United States showed that they have no respect to United Nations Charter. They have no respect to international law. They have no respect to any international law regarding, managing the world and facing challenges of the world. There is no red line that they have not crossed. And the last one, and the most dangerous one, happened only last night, when they crossed a very big red line by attacking nuclear facilities. I don't know how much room is left for diplomacy. We are now calculating the damages. And as I said, the damages are not only for our nuclear facilities.
Is
the
there any
damages
radiation leaked?
are for the United Nations
Were the
Charter.
people around?
It was not only Iran's facilities which was bombed, it was also the United Nations Charter. It was also Non-Proliferation Regime and NPT, which was
I think
bombed
they're gonna say it's
last
worth
night
it.
by Americans. And it was the rule of law and international law which was bombed. So now we have to see how much room is left for diplomacy, and we will decide.
I'd like to hand over to TRT World.
He's pissed. He is pissed. But at the same time, he looks very scared as well. Because he obviously doesn't control. See, the president of Iran doesn't do shit. He's just there to talk. Iran has like a whole Congress, whatever, but obviously it all comes down to the supreme leader. Now, my mom said that the news in Iran, which I cannot find over here, they say they already attacked. Let me confirm with her if it's because mom said they're going crazy right now. Let me confirm if it's against Israel, is it the strikes, or the US? Maybe it's just propaganda. No. The thing is, this guy is just representing, right? He's just speaking. I don't know who this guy is. He might be a president, my own president that I do not know about. But end of the day, he doesn't get to say shit. They're gonna make the decisions with or without him. So maybe he knows what decisions they're making, and he's stuck in the middle right now. He knows what's going to happen and he's scared.
Mr. Minister, the US President Donald Trump warned that Iran must now make peace, otherwise the future attacks, he says, would be far greater and much easier. So how is Tehran responding to death threats from Washington? Thank you.
I think it's not up to Iran to respond to that. The whole international community should respond of such a clear threat against the
I don't think they're gonna be on your side, Iran, to be honest.
United Nations Charter.
They're pulling
Iran has done nothing wrong.
Card.
We do not understand why Iran should be attacked.
To be fair, they chant yes, death to Israel, death to America. Freedom of speech? Question mark? Or is it hate crime? People are afraid of the chantings, yeah? And also, if people say, oh, the Iraq, the Afghanistan, the other places where Iran sells them stuff, where it sells them to make business, sells them TNT, sells them bombs to defend themselves. Isn't US selling, you know, stuff to Israel? Isn't US selling stuff to the Middle East? Jets, guns, missiles? It's the, you know what I mean?
For a false accusation that Iran is seeking nuclear weapons. It's now more than 20 years that we are trying to prove that our peaceful nuclear program is in fact peaceful and would remain peaceful.
We cannot confirm if it's peaceful or not, but from my personal opinion is they just want to have the cool shit that their friends have. You know what I mean? Like they're still, you know, driving a Civic while the friends are in the Urus, meaning, you know, nuclear bomb. They just want to be as cool as their friends.
Cool.
But still, it can be for non-peaceful
a long time
purposes as well.
with the so-called P5+1, and we came to a deal which the whole world celebrated as an achievement of diplomacy. And then it was the US who withdrew from that deal and reimposed their sanctions and restarted their threats. Again, we were negotiating with the same administration. Then all of a sudden they decided to attack us, first by Israelis, then by themselves. And now they are threatening us for more attacks. So it's not up to Iran, but it's up to international community to condemn this, to prevent this. Otherwise, there would be nothing left for the international law, for the security at the world level. The Security Council should play its role, should play its responsibility.
I think if they want to judge anyone, they would judge Israel, but they haven't. So I don't think they're going to do anything about it.
To prevent...
And if they don't, are they going to retaliate? Question mark.
To condemn and prevent these kind of...
They know they're going to lose if they go against US head on head. So it just depends on how Putin and how China and how everyone else, which I doubt they want to, you know, lose billions, if not trillions of dollars starting a war with the US. Because at the end of the day, we're in 2025. Can you imagine? Like most of the live streams, you know, IRL content is going to be, they're going to be at war.
Threats. We will certainly defend...
No, okay, so the attack was against Israel. I think they emptied their rage. My mom just said the attack was against Israel, not the US. She said they're very pissed and they're taking out their rage from the US attack to Israel. So Israel's paying the price now. Fuck no.
Defend our interest. We will certainly defend our territorial integrity.
Istanbul was in China. Jesus Christ, Crimson. Jesus, bro, come on. Istanbul, it's in Turkey, bro.
Sovereignty and our people.
It is? Where did you guys go to school? They're all PDF files, all of them.
And I'm so glad that our people are now fully understand what injustice they are doing against the Iranian people. They are united.
To be fair, I kind of understand his side as well. Like I said, I understand both sides, but Israel started it, and now the US started it. It's literally bullying at this point. So even if Iran responds, retaliates, it's understandable why they're retaliating, because they're getting shut off from both sides. There has to be a time where they stand up and defend themselves. It's not a good idea, but if they have their friends, they can. They will. Probably if they're going head to head, they won't.
And in solidarity with the government, and we stand firm against any aggression.
Okay.
Next, CNN Türk.
CNN Turkey, Istanbul. This press conference, I believe, is in Istanbul.
Mr. Minister, how do you assess?
They have no chance against the U.S. But who do you think has the strongest army in the world? Who do you think has the strongest army in the world? I don't care what the internet tells you. The strongest army in the world is not going to ever reveal that they're the strongest army in the world. They're gonna be smart about it. The US by 3x over? No. Crimson, I hate to break it to you. It is not the US. US is maybe top 3 strongest armies in the world. Maybe top 4 even. Strongest army in the world is China. China is the strongest army in the world with them more missiles. Big. You know why I think China has the biggest army ever? Think of it this way. China took over the Chinese cars with their Chinese cars. Did we know about it? No, they just surprised us with it. Because what do you think goes on in China's TikTok? Go in the US or anywhere around the world, scroll through their TikTok, slop, 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 slop. Go scroll through Chinese TikTok, every video is educational. 0 slops. You learn from every single video. They're always working on something and improving something, and they're becoming bigger and bigger. And they like to keep it shut. Whenever they have to, they like to shut off and take over the place. I mean, see, end of the day, we're gonna have to disagree on certain things. You have a different opinion, I have a different opinion. I say China, you say US. It's fine. This is what the whole thing is. We're gonna, yap and debate. Some would say. I say it's China in my opinion, honestly. Agree to disagree. Fair enough.
As the West's stance on Israel massacres, no one seems to mention Israel's allegedly illegal.
We got 4,000 nukes. Doesn't matter though. I don't think nukes matter. I think planes, ships, all of that matters. Like, oh fuck. They're waiting for me. I don't think nukes matter. How many, if anyone uses nukes anywhere, then, everyone else is going to start nuking. The US spends more than the next 9 countries combined on their armies. Loyalty matters. Even if, US decides to, nuke everyone who's a threat, the world's gonna be left, he's gonna have no neighbors anymore. He's gonna have to chill with Israel. Those 2 people are gonna be the only ones left on Earth. Now how annoying is that? That the only people you can hang out with is now Israelis? Maintenance is the biggest problem with military. I mean, they're selling a lot of their aircrafts and guns and this and that. I mean, they're producing a lot. But you know why I say US isn't the biggest army in the world? Isn't the strongest army in the world? Because it's always the ones with the biggest mouths that aren't number 1. It's always the silent ones who have a bigger and a stronger army. Like they flex a lot. The US flexes a lot with what they have. But China doesn't. This is another thing that I think about of the think. You know what I mean? Anyways, I better get going or else they're going to give me a lot of shit. It's been lovely. I'll see you tonight in probably it's probably late in your time. Go have a good night's sleep. Probably when you wake up in your afternoon time, I'm gonna be streaming as well. In about 10 hours, maybe 10 to 9 hours, I'll start streaming again. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for stopping by. It was fun. If you want to watch the clips from the stream, like 8 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes of certain topics, go to the Call Me Kush channel on YouTube. I'm gonna repost them over there. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Yes, stay safe, everyone.